Hey Leo. So Leo, you and I have had quite the experience together since I was last here. And I hope that everything is coming together for you. You're connecting with deep, deep, deep stuff. I think a lot of people are right now, and of course we're in Pisces. Sun is just entering Pisces now. Just entered Pisces. Probably yesterday. Thereabouts. There's a Leo in my life who actually went through a death experience. And not for nice reasons. Well, what reasons are nice? And she wanted to go. I've known her, she's the person I've known longest in my life, apart from immediate family. And I've given her, the spirits and guides forced her back because deep spiritual, she is a guide herself and was being isolated for it. And now it's time to flip into the power. So Leos, I'm wondering how much of your power, what it's been costing you. And when I went back and looked at the readings, it was all there. It was all documented what was happening, and I didn't read the death card literally enough. It affects, many of you have your sun in Cancer, and I was looking at Cancer for a while there because Cancer's readings were even disappearing and stuff like that. She does have her sun in Cancer, and those are your triggers and your instincts in the Mother Earth energy of the moon, right? And so the ability to love everybody with the sun energy of Leo and to love yourself tremendously, plus the Cancerian instincts and triggers, and that's exactly how she got targeted, and it's exactly what was doing her in. So I anticipate that I found out from my dad, who went and visited her for a haircut, and found out. So I've given her a lot of my oracle cards. She was already booked in for a trip to New Orleans to meet up with, go in search of who her earthly guides are. And so that's all going to be fast-tracked now, once borders are open enough for her. But she's got all my astrology books and the decks that so my Aboriginal healing decks from Mel Brown. I'll put the link to Mel in the description, because she's part Aboriginal, deeply part African through the Caribbean, and also Icelandic. But yeah, she's got my Rachel True Heart deck. So you need deep spiritual food. I hope you're getting it, Leo, and I hope to be part of it. I've got the 2 decks that just arrived from Ibiza Tarot in Spain. Japanese printmaker, designer that's been adapted for tarot. Ohara Koson. And I'm going to say that completely wrong and my kid will kill me. And Ancient India Tarot. The writings on them are phenomenal. They're not meanings that I've thought of really before, not in the words that they use. I believe this is taking a lot of its thinking from the Bhagavad Gita. I don't know who to thank for the paintwork and the picture work in it, because I'm sure it's got credit somewhere. I will look it up. But anyway, I've been gone for a few reasons. That was one of them. There was like a trinity of reasons, and another one because I haven't been here since December. So the other reasons were a murder investigation that I had to do an 86-page report on with evidence that I've been psychically guided to for 6-7 months. Well, actually 5.5 years. There are about 11 murders or more that connect to each other. And astrology workbook that's 350 pages, 13 months long, and I'm going to be starting up. It's a program that my guides have had me building up, as well as a book, and I'll be starting up that. There'll be a video to explain it within a day or two from here, and I needed to launch an ad campaign for that on Facebook, but I needed to finish up the work on it. And so there'll be a link there if that's any spiritual food for you as well. It goes through all your houses. It helps give my spin on the planets. Gives you a working understanding of your chart, your birth chart. And there's a special pink spider composite chart where I combine and explain how to work the sidereal and the tropical together so that war can be over, as well as studying your chart through comparing it through 2 different house systems against the calendar months. It's like 6 gears in one, kind of a birth chart. So if that's any help at all, but right now I'm going to get into your reading. So I'm going to use these. These 2 decks are the major arcana. I'm going to use them as oracles. I'm going to take from the Japanese deck. Then we'll do some Tattoo Tarot. And then we'll finish up with 3 from the India deck, okay? Okay, Leo. I've shuffled them already, just for time, because I knew I'd be talking for a minute. And thank you for listening. And let's get 3 cards for you, Leo. It doesn't like to fly, this deck. It likes to split, which is kind of beautiful and peaceful. All right, let's see where we're at, Leo. Temperance. Okay, so Sagittarius energy. Take control of your life and practice moderation by staying in balance. You will resolve any current conflicts and begin a new chapter in your life. And you are protected. You are protected because that's another aspect of the Temperance card. This, it's hard to, I don't know if it's showing up bright enough. 2 birds, I want to say. I've got to look up if they're pelicans. No, they're not. What are they, storks? Yes, but they're going to be a Japanese. Oh, I'm going to look it up. Okay. Take control of your life. Practice moderation. Oh, yeah. Well, Leo. But you can do it. Especially now. I know it's different for all of you, what you've gone through. Hierophant. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Earthly contract. Look to the support of a solid organization or structured principles to achieve success. So, like I was saying, how my friend was already planned into looking. It was part of the transition, the transformation, right, that she was going through. So you're people on Earth, or if you're more comfortable working directly just with spirit guides, ancestors. Look for celebrities also. Everybody has people in their field of like where you work, what you're doing. People made names for themselves on Earth working on the same thing, right? You're following in people's footsteps. So if you don't know who your famous guides are, one way I found out was through, I believe it's thecardsoflife.com. Not cardsoflife.com, that's a whole other site, but thecardsoflife.com. I'll look for it, put it in the link in the description. Yes, and I don't think I'd actually at this point, I come from like 26 years of being inside churches and religions, and I actually would not do well subscribing to any one particular thing. I've done the Bruce Lee thing of combining, yeah? But then you come up with your own structure. Yes, so you determine your structure. Your actions should be motivated beyond selfish reasons, right? Because you're going to be working with, like, you're moving into master mode, right? So you're going to be caught up in other people's stuff. That's exactly what's going on. The star, oh, beautiful. The time of your renewal is approaching. Be brave enough to choose the riskier roads, and you will inspire those around you. Well, that's what Leo is so very made for. Isn't it, Leo? Okay. Yeah. In December, the reading I did in December, for December 22nd, that started with the Death card and the Star card together. They flew out together onto the table, like very definitely. And that reading was done. It was published 5 days after the day she did what. Well, she actually, what she did happened on the conjunction on the 17th, which is also the start of Saturnalia. But the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. And it was right after that moon, the eclipse on the 14th. So that's how much this stuff connects. Oh, I've shuffled these. Now I'm being compulsive. Okay. Okay, Leo. Well, now what's interesting with the Devil card here, okay, because this is a new unique deck, this Tattoo Tarot, and we have the student energy here, looking up to. Now, this card has a tongue here, and the tongue, she's got her tongue sticking out there. That is a symbol of Kali, who is the one being who has managed to manifest physically, like visually, for me, and appeared to me October 2019 in a lucid dream. Yes, but lucid dreams are extremely important to me, and she scared the shit out of me, and for about 6 months at least I thought she was a demon, and it turns out she's the demon eater, and she gets me involved in all the I fight against people that are caught up in, you know, child sexual abuse and trafficking, cult ritual abuse, which is really institutionalized. Okay, she took me aside. She killed my battery and took me aside for a minute to have a little side chat. Now I gotta try to remember what she told me. And hopefully I've switched out a battery while they're charging to try to finish this up while it's in my mind. But she wanted me to remind that in November, in a November reading that I hadn't uploaded, your flame actually went out during a reading. Okay, so and to remind me that just how heavily she's been with you this whole time, Mother Earth, and that when I got the news, what I did was I was working, it was soon after I got the news that I was working on the Leo, getting links for the Leo section, the house number 5 section of the book, like helpful research links. And I thought, okay, I want to look up the Leo constellation, the stories behind it, who's attached to it. Now, there's the problem of the Nicene, is it the Nicene? No, that's wrong. But the line, the Greek, the Greco line, which comes from the Sumerian, the Gilgamesh lion, okay? They got that from Gilgamesh. But he's got to defeat, it's one of the tasks, and he's got to kill this lion. Nemean, there we go. Now, it's not a good story for the lion, and he was created, just as Scorpio was created, and Cancer's crab, which is, the Krios is the better story for the Cancer crab than the crab that Hera creates to defeat Heracles. But same as Scorpio was created to defeat, who the heck, what's his face up in the sky next to, you know, he descends, and Orion, there we go. So that's the reason why that lion was created. But if we go to Egypt, there's goddess Sekhmet, the goddess, the lion goddess. And to me, that carries the energy. So if you need, Kali is pointing me to Sekhmet's energy for you. Look her up. There's at least one excellent video on her. Well, at least one fairly good video on her. I think it's Mythology Explained is the channel. I'll look for the link for that as well. But Sekhmet, her energy to help, and it could be Kali as Sekhmet, right? It could, and whoever Kali ultimately, Mother Earth, yes, Mother Earth, coming through in this, the Aboriginal guidance to me as well as Grandmother Spider. Okay, so bit of a paragraph there, but that's what she took me aside and put those thoughts in my head while I was sorting out the battery. And we have the student energy here, and she's guiding the students. Okay, and the structure. This is also Saturn energy, right? Capricorn energy, Saturn energy. She's made me to understand that Saturn energy are boundaries, yes, fears, and calculated risks, okay? And what's beautiful, once you've got your boundaries, once you've got the structure, yes, just like genre writing, and one of my guides is, believe it or not, Agatha Christie. And one thing she said is, first you understand the structure, and then you can play with the rules, break the rules, that kind of thing, right? And so once you take the Saturn energy, build the structure, and then you become seriously creative. Okay. The Knave of Cups. So unexpected message in psychic energy, connected in energy, intuitive energy. Another student card. Yes. So there will be unexpected messages coming to you, Leo. This could be in the form of dreams. Let's switch to the other half of the deck. Or actually, other people flying right out there, nice and clear. Two of Swords. So don't be in your head. Go back to that Ace of Swords, finger of God, God's truth. It's gonna be, it's interesting. Let's just remember where we're coming from with Temperance. Yes, okay. Temperance, she wants, remember to stay balanced. So with, because the Two of Swords is the getting stuck. And it's the planning, it's a planning stage with the two before manifestation. And being blind to emotions, turn to the emotions, trying to think too logically. So don't try to think too logically, but also don't get stuck. Bottom line with the two is being isolated. What's the positive of the two? There's got to be a positive to it. Sorry about the fridge. I'll go. Oh, I hesitate to get up. So long as I have a battery. Okay, hang on. Let's just... Okay. Since it's planning, it's either working alone or working with somebody else. This is going back to the Ace. Okay, which is the finger of God, God's truth. Okay, I want some clarification on that. Do I have it here already? Hierophant. Look to the support of a solid organization or structured principles to achieve success. Okay, so what you want to do is before you get into conversations with anybody else, so before you go for earth guides, get your own structure, your sense of ethics and morals, right? Get that established, articulate that, write it down, be clear in yourself, with her, with whoever your spirit, get your spirit guides sorted. There's a lot you can do. so that you are very grounded when you go and if you are going to find people on Earth. And I'll try not to get too I don't want to project hers onto yours. I'm just trying to make use of the knowledge that I've gained, time of renewal is approaching. Being brave enough to choose the riskier roads. Choose the riskier roads. Okay? Choose the riskier roads. So this Two of Swords energy of deciding. It's a decision card. Yes? So choose the riskier roads. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Why don't we go to India deck now? Because this is a lot in a little, yeah? And this is also divine timing. This is all fluctuating, somewhat flexible. It's the immediate, yes? And this is fixed. She is fixed. She's not that she ever goes anywhere on anybody and disappears on anybody, but she's been so heavily involved, close at hand. And we could say she's pushed you to the edge. Just like she pushed me to the edge to get you where you need to be. Right? Okay. The Hermit. Okay. Now is the time to stop and look back at what you've learned and achieved. Right? So that tricky thing of reflection. Okay. What can you change or do better? Rest and reconnect to your true essence. That says it. That says it. What was I just saying about, get your structure. Death. So we're going to be triggered into this death energy. What is it time to release? Is it anger, pride, or ego? Is it attachment, suffering, and pain? Be free. Burn the rest in the pyre. So anybody that's in your life that's hurting you, if you need help telling them where to go, let me know. I'm here for that. I can explain things to people. I could do it in a video. You can play it for them, and I can do a reading, whatever would help. Because it can be, oh good, another candle just went out. But the smoke is actually kind of welcome. The whatever needs to be done. I've done it myself. Without any expectation of the other people changing, doing any work to get better, because what it took to break free and end things was, insane. And then they did do the work. And that's credit to them, right? But you don't wait for them to do the work. Part of the lesson is to, get yourself safe. And there can be conflicts of interest, there can be money involved. But, and it doesn't have to happen overnight, but it does have to start taking shape. The moon, right? Because you've got safe passage with the moon. Now is the time to double check and remember that everything has more than one side and there are cycles of nature. Is the time right? Well, and for me, I'm extreme water energy in my chart, and the moon, I've been led to understand, is a sign of safe passage. So this one is asking if it's a safe time. Yes. But if I see the moon is, I've been told that when I see it, that means safe passage. Okay. And what am I looking at up here? Tell me it's the sun. No, it's the star. But, that would be the sun. Okay. But it's hitting me as the coloration of it is moon coloration. Yes. So, even the shape the storks are taking. Absolutely. Okay, Leo. And this is, it can be frustrating, student energy. It can be frustrating because it doesn't immediately come with profitability, right? It comes with investment. But it's exciting. It's exciting and igniting, and you get your fire back. And you're such a powerhouse, Leo. One of the cards that came out for you that did a meditation from the Aboriginal deck was the White Goddess Chakra. Because one of the readings, so many of your chakra came out, it might have been the December 22nd reading. Yes. But I can go back to October, September. Did I do one in September? But it's all there. It's all there. So she's been with you all along, whatever you're going through, Leos. And again, Sekhmet. Check her out. Much love. I will be back very soon.